Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see loops in JavaScript. Before starting this video, I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you because from last few days I am getting very good response from you guys. So thank you for supporting me and my channel and keep on supporting me like this. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's start the video. Yes, so let's understand what are loops. Loops are nothing but a piece of code or block of code which can be run multiple times. Okay, so suppose you have some code here and you want to run multiple times based on some condition or something like that. So that time with the help of loops we can do that. Okay, so this code is there, we want to run like 100 times or 200 times, we can directly use the loops and we can run this. Okay, so as we have many types in this, let's see what are the types we have in loops. So we have first as if else. Okay, and the second one we have is if, else if, and else. Okay, and the third one we have is switch condition. Okay, and then fourth we have is for loop. So in today's video we are going to see what is if else and if else if else. Okay, so basically if else means it will accept a condition. When the condition matches, if block will going to run, else the else block will going to run. Okay, so let's suppose we have two piece of code here, one is if and one is else. Okay, so let me draw here, this is the if and this will be else. Okay, and we have a condition over here, when number equal to 2 we want to run if. Okay, if number is equal to 2 we want to run the if block, if not it will automatically run the else block. Okay, so let's go to VS Code and let's see how it will work in the JavaScript. Yes, as you can see I have created one file in VS Code JavaScript folder and it is calling it as like 14 loop if else.js. Okay, so let's see how we can create a if else condition. Okay, so let's say first I'll get num. Okay, I'll create num equal to 2. Okay, and then what you can do is, in order to create if else you have to write if and then parenthesis. In this parenthesis the condition will go and then curly braces. Okay, so when I use curly braces it means it's a block. Okay, so here it's the block is starting and here it's the block end. Okay, then after its end, right, what you can do is here else you write and same thing curly braces. Okay, for else we don't have any condition, only for if the condition will be there. When it is matches, it will go inside the if it's not matches it will go into the else directly. Okay, so for the else we have this directly curly braces right here. Okay, you can write it in a single line or you can go to the next line as well, both of them will work. Okay, and here in this parenthesis we have to have a condition. Okay, which we have to make sure that it is returning boolean value. Okay, if it's returning some string and all it will going to work, but we have to know uh, truth truthy values. Okay, what are the truthy values and also that will learn later, but the for now what we have to understand is, in this condition we have to provide a comparator operator which will compare two values and will return only boolean value. Okay, so what we can do is, here I'll write num then double equal to 2. Okay, so this is the comparator operator. Okay, double equal to, or what you can do is you can have the other comparator operators as well, not equal to or greater than equal to or less than or equal to. Okay, so these comparator operators you can use and get the output of this as a boolean. Okay, so now what it is doing, this condition is it's checking if this number, whatever number is there, the value, is it equal to 2 or not. Okay, if it is equal to 2 we have to run something. Okay, so once it's true it will go inside the if block. Okay, this is the true. If it give false it will come here. Okay, in the else block, and whatever you write inside these curly braces, this block will going to run whenever the condition is true. Okay, if it is false, whatever you have written inside this else block will going to run. Okay, So let's have simple console.log for now, and I'm using shortcut CLG, or you can use log here to get the console log. So let's log the value as it is a number 2. Okay, and in the else I will log something like no, it is a different number. Okay, yeah. So now let's run this and let's see. Okay, so I'll create a new terminal from here, from the top. And in order to run JavaScript file, we know that we have to use node, which is a runtime environment. So let's say node, and I'll have the file name after that. So it's 14 loop if else.js, and let's run this. Okay, now you see what is the output we are getting, as it is at number 2. Okay, because we have provided num as 2 value. Okay, so let's suppose I'll do 3. Okay, so now what is the output? So let's say 14 and enter. Okay, now you see it's giving no, it is a different number. Okay, so the moment I have applied 3, this condition gave us false value. Because this is the false, it went into directly in this else block. Okay, which is returning no, it's a different number. Okay, whenever it's true, then only this block of code will going to run. Okay, now let's see one more from the loop, which is if else. Okay, so why exactly we need this? Okay, suppose earlier example what we have done is we have only comparing two. Okay, but I want more condition, I want more values. Okay, I want to check more values. Suppose let's take example of usernames. Okay, so let's create a username here, and I'll say Steve for this, and it should be in double quotes or single quotes because it's a string. Okay, so now I want to check if this username is equal to uh, Stark, Steve, or any other person. Okay, multiple conditions we have right now. Okay, so if you have only single condition, that time you can directly use if else condition. But if you have multiple condition, right, that time you have to use if else. Okay, so let's see how it will work. Okay, so first thing is similar, you have to have a if and then block, and here you have to have a condition. Okay, so I'll say username triple equal to or double equal to, let's say uh, Stark. Okay, so we are saying here Stark. So whenever it's equal to this, we'll have a console here. We'll say yes or welcome Stark, we can say. Okay, then else block. Okay, this is the earlier one, if and else. Okay, so here what we can say is no, it is not Stark. Okay, but I want to see if other users are there, I want to welcome them as well. Okay, so in that case what you can do is here you can, after this, okay, after the if block, you can write else if again. Okay, and it will be one more block here. Okay, so what now is you have one condition which will check if it is Stark or not. Then one more condition we have to check. If this is not satisfied, it will come to else if block. If this is also not satisfied, then it will go to else block. Okay, so here again we'll have username equal to, and let's say John. Okay, and same console I will use in the else if block as well. I'll say John. Okay, and here no user found, I'll say here in the else block. Okay, now you see we have two condition now. Okay, first it will check if condition, it will check the response of this comparator operator. If it's false, it will go to else if block. Okay, and then again it will check this condition. If it is true, it will run this console and it will break here only. And if it is false, then it will come to else block. Okay, and let's write one more. It's like multiple conditions you can give. Okay, it's not like there is a limit, only 4 or 3 you can do. You can do infinite. Okay, infinite conditions you can do here. So let's say username equal to Steve, I will say, and same thing I'll do console welcome Steve. Okay, now let's run this file. Okay, so I'll create a new terminal here, and to run uh, node file or JavaScript file, we can use node command, and I'll say 14, and it should be this one only. Okay, I'll run this, Now you see what it's saying, welcome Steve, it's saying. Okay, so it have ran this as well, it compared this, it said false because whatever username we have provided Steve, it's not a star, so it gave false, so it came to else if. Here also it checked to this one, but it is John. Okay, so it is also not match, so it went to this one, and here it is matching, right? So that's why it's saying welcome Steve over here. Okay, so this is how else, if else work. Okay, yes, so this is about loops, and in loops we saw if else and if else if else. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.